With budgets getting tighter, a greater number of small and medium-sized businesses are migrating to cloud subscription-based services. With a look at the cloud and how best to utilize its strengths for your business is Sheila Johannesson with her guest, Long Tran.
Hi, I'm Sheila Johannesson. I'm a group marketing manager at Microsoft, and I'm here today with Long Tran. Hi, Long. Nice to see you.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
So, Long, just to give you a little bit of background about myself, before I joined Microsoft, I actually owned a small business about 10 years ago, and I know that the key thing that's on the mind of businesses today is making sure that you're growing your business, you're motivating employees, and ultimately growing revenue. And what we're here today is talking about the cloud. And I know there's a lot of questions and a lot of talk around the cloud, and I'd like to just get your perspective on what you talk about with your customers on cloud and when a good time is to move to the cloud. So before we do that, I'd love to find out a little bit more about your background.
Yes. Well, first off, I'm glad to be here. My name is Long Tran. I lead the technical strategy team within SMB. So all the technical engineers report up through me. And we get an opportunity to talk to customers and partners about solutions that help move their business forward.
Great. So the cloud means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. When you're out there talking with customers, how do you define the cloud? What do you talk about?
Well, it's the cloud is, you're right on. I think it's different terminology, different things to different people. But what we like to talk about is their business and what makes them successful. How do they grow their business and their profits and really maximize their employees' talents? And one avenue of that is the cloud, definitely. And I think that through information technology and IT in general, that you can really take your company to the next level. Right now, we're in a phase of talking about cloud. I mean, in the past, we've talked about other solutions like email and operating systems, and those terms have become ubiquitous. I feel that cloud is another term that will just be part of how we do business moving forward.
So what are some of those services, the popular services that we considered under cloud services?
Yes, actually, I actually was an IT pro at one time as well. And so my experience with, as an IT pro and running an IT department was we always had to think about, cost. We had to think about providing new services, but also maintaining the legacy stuff we had as well. Right. And so I think that what the cloud offers you is the ability to really act like a very large company, a very large enterprise, without having to have the huge upfront capital expenditure that you need to expend to get there. And so cloud is just a really easy way. I think for some people, it's a financial discussion between CapEx versus OpEx and moving there really quickly. For others, it's about agility and being able to turn things on in a very short amount of time and just have that service there right away for your customers.
I actually like that analogy of it's almost like the turning on. It gives you that agility of you pump it up and you turn it on when you really need it, and then you can kind of turn it down and scale down when you don't. So that's
exactly. And then you can go into all the details like, is it a private cloud, is it a public cloud, is it infrastructure as a service, platform, so, and you can go in all the minutiae. But at the high level, what we want to get accomplished is what's best for the business.
Okay, makes sense. So it's 2012. Yeah. Are you seeing any trends, or do you see any trends that are happening this year and beyond that we should be aware of?
Yeah, that's a great, in the past when we talked about cloud, everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's such a new thing for everybody. But what I've seen the last 6 months or 12 months is the adoption has really taken on. It's gotten to be where over 50% of all the customers are have some sort of cloud application, and I see that number continuing to grow in the next year moving forward.
I think that some actually didn't even realize that they were on the cloud.
Yeah, and
when they really were, even like Hotmail and things like that that we've had for a long time.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
don't think of it that way.
Xbox has also been in the cloud
true.
for a long time too.
So what are some of those main reasons that a company, because those are a lot of big choices and a lot of things to consider. What are some of the things that a business should consider when they're making the move or considering a move to the cloud?
Yeah, I think there's so many avenues. For me, the first thing to look at is probably productivity, the productivity of your employees. And so nowadays and moving forward, as people are working different hours, different locations, different time zones, on different devices. Some are on desktop, laptops, some are on just the web itself. And so having that flexibility to meet all the needs of your employees, it really starts with Office. And we have a great solution, Office 365. That has Office 2010. It's got Exchange in there for mail. It's got a great unified communications product called Link. And
love Link.
Link is an amazing solution. It's everyone's been talking about the ability to have unified communications, so instant messaging, that presence, that real-time conferencing, and instant real-time communication with your employees and with your customers.
Well, I know I work with people that are remote, and one of the things I'm most excited is about even the whiteboarding functionality. So
Yes.
really those people can feel like they are in the same conference room with the rest of us when we're on complete opposite ends of the coast.
Yeah, and you can collaborate anytime on any device, and it's a great solution. And Link in the past has been really hard for a lot of companies because you would have to get all these servers up and running. You'd have to get, and we allow you to do that, of course, still. But now with our Office 365 solution, you can have the hybrid solution or the option to do both if you'd like to.
So a lot of choices to make. What are some next steps? So as a company's considering this, they've done some research, they're talking with some of their peers as well as some other vendors. What are some of the next steps that they think about as they consider moving to the cloud?
Definitely. We have a bunch of partners out there that are available to help you. We have a Cloud Champions Club list that have our partners that are experts in Office 365, and we also have CRM Online and Windows Intune from a desktop deployment standpoint. And we have partners out there. There's also great websites that you can go to as well. I think one of them that I constantly go to is Microsoft.com/cloud, and from that there's our whole suite of solutions and products that we have there for the cloud.
That's great. All right, I'm going to take a step back for a second, and let's talk specifically about the mid-size market for a moment. Do you have some market statistics on the current penetration of cloud services in mid-sized companies today?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing around 50%. That's the same, if you look at the analysts and review what the analysts are saying, that's what we're seeing right now. But that number will definitely grow within the next year to 2 years to a point where I feel that 75% will be an easy number, and pretty soon probably 100% of
Wow.
all business will have some sort of cloud platform application or something in the cloud. We're also seeing customers that are starting out 100% in the cloud. They don't want to have the infrastructure of servers and other things like that. And so as they start a business, they're like, well, we're going to start a business in the cloud. And companies that have been around and have a deep investment in on-premise, the great thing about Microsoft is, we still value that. And so we have the ability to give you choice and flexibility. If you have on-premise and you want to add cloud, that's the ability, and we allow you to have the ability to do that
making the choice
well.
on their terms. That's great.
Yeah, and that's kind of
Flexibility.
different what we offer than what our competitors are offering, where it's 100% in the cloud. So we actually have a full, we have 100% cloud, we have on-premise, and the full integration in the middle there.
Great, sounds great. So Long, when you're meeting with your customers, I'd love to hear any highlights or benefits and values that your customers are seeing when they move to the cloud.
Definitely, and we have a ton of them. I think when customers talk to me about, after they've moved to the cloud, a lot of times it's about saving time and money in terms of just getting a solution up and running in a short amount of time and providing that service that they didn't have before in a very cost-effective manner. I think they really do come and say, we're doing more now than we ever have before. We're doing more with less, and customers are really benefiting from that.
I don't think I know any business who would argue that they don't want to save time and money.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's great. So lots of great things to think about. Increased productivity, flexible and work environment, in generating revenue and opportunity. I think this has been a great conversation. I really enjoyed talking with you about the cloud and some of the value and benefits of businesses moving to the cloud.
Well, thank you for your time.
If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at insideredge@microsoft.com. For more information about the subjects covered today, please visit the Microsoft Small Business Hub at microsoft.com/business. There you'll find all kinds of excellent support. You can also find great community insights on our Facebook page, Microsoft Small Business. I'd like to thank all our presenters and guests on today's show, and from all of us at the Insider Edge, I'm Will Flash. Thanks for watching.